think we're ready. Let's see what happens. Forgot about the oven light. Okay, now we're ready. There we go. Got some rogue wires that are connected still. Where do they go? Alright, so the two wires in question, this wire is not necessary to remove, but this wire is. Now this particular wire just goes to this ceramic wire nut. Now this is like the junction for everything. So this powers the switch, or the outlet, the switch, the clock timer, and everything. So we're going to put some tape around this harness. And this one, looks like these wires were white at some point in life, so I'm going to call this the neutral. And we're going to call this bad boy the hot. So we'll just simply unscrew this ceramic wire nut, and we're going to undo this one, and we're going to label it. This came from the hot, came from the neutral. Excellent. And then these are, just kind of stick this over here. Okay, now we're really ready to take the top off. Alright, here it goes. Easy does it. Voila. Oh, that looks rough. Let's go take a closer look. I know it kind of looks shabby, but it's really not that bad. This is just dirt. This is porcelain on steel. This will clean up really well, as you can see. Just wipe it a little bit and get the 70 years of dust off of it. The one thing that's important at this point is rebuild our gas valves. Find a solution for this. This bracket is broke on this end, so we got to find something to do with that. And that's it. And we're just going to clean it, get all the valves nice and tidy, and get all this goo off and get it back together. So that's it. That looks significantly better, wouldn't you say? It wasn't very hard. This was just kind of like caked on dust. The trick is to put your cleaners on, let it soak. I use, just regular degreaser. For those really tough ones, you can use oven cleaner or whatever. Just make sure that you don't get oven cleaner on the aluminum tubing, because it doesn't react well. It's kind of like, eats away the aluminum. And then you just want to be really careful. You can barely see this but this is the thermostat wire. And if you break this, you got to buy a new thermostat, which luckily these are still available. You could buy them new, but you don't want to because they're $300. So just be careful, kind of work around this. Don't try and clean this too much. Just, wipe it down, but be real gentle with it, because it is a thin capillary wire. And if you kink it or break it, your oven will not keep a good temperature. So the next step that we're going to do is I'm going to take the power cord off, because it's annoying me and it's like right in my way. I want to clean that last corner, and then we're going to disassemble the cooktop, and then we'll clean the cooktop and then reassemble it. So one thing that's really important, if you guys are watching this video because you're thinking about, you know, cleaning or restoring your old vintage stove, is don't just dismantle the stove completely. I've seen so many people where they'll take the stove apart into a million pieces and start ordering stuff, and then when it comes time to reassemble it, they either lost parts, they don't know where things go, or they lost the motivation to do it because it looks like such a daunting task when you have 500 stove parts laying around your garage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus my energy at first on the top. So from here up. So I'm going to first do the cleaning, and then I'm going to re-grease all of the valves, and then I'm going to do some painting here, and then I'm going to go to the cooktop. I'm going to dismantle the cooktop, clean everything, fix the electrical, and assemble the cooktop again. And then I'm ready to put the cooktop back together onto the stove, and then I'll move to the oven cavities, which are pretty simple. There's not much that needs to be done there. This is kind of the big chore. The rest of this will probably only take, you know, in YouTube time, 5 minutes. So, but that's it, guys. Just don't like disassemble the whole stove because you'll get overwhelmed by the project. And I've been doing this for a long time and it overwhelms me. I don't know how people could do it. So do it in sections. Do the top first, do the bottom next, do the very bottom next, or do the back. Or if you're doing it step by step, start with the electrical. Rewire the stove first. And then the second thing would be to re-chrome the chrome bits or whatever. You know, you figure out what's a pace that's good for you. This customer did not want a full restoration done. He just wanted it cleaned up, fully functional. I'm not going much further than this. I'm going to do some cleaning. I'm going to do a little rust prevention here around the perimeter. I'm going to rewire the cooktop. I'm going to clean the cooktop thoroughly. I'm not going to re-chrome anything. I'm not doing any touch-up paint. And that's it, really. And then we're just going to put it back together and calibrate everything, and we're good to go. So this one's going to be over pretty quick, so we're pretty much halfway done at this point.